Hello, this is Nicole with Angelic Therapy and Healing, bringing you general astrological readings for the month of September 2016. These are going to be for Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. So we are going to do all of them in once. And first off, thanks to everyone before we get started for liking, following, subscribing, and sharing my YouTube channel. It's a general reading for all these three different signs. So if it's not resonating with you, go to your rising or your moon sign, because you may find only one message is going to resonate, because again, it's a general reading. So the only way to get specifics just for you is to schedule a private reading. You can do that on my webpage, but be sure to pay attention to what the timing is, because right now it's taking about 8 weeks to get in for an appointment. So if you book that, keep that in mind, that your appointment will be 2 months out approximately from the time that you schedule it. So let's go ahead and get started. Now I have prayed over the cards, shuffled them, asked that everyone receives at least one message. I'm going to pull some Lenormands for some clarification as we work our way down these. We are going to start off with Cancer, Leo, and then Virgo. So let's go ahead and get started. So for Cancer, you guys are up here at the top. Your first card is 12. It's a major arcana. It's perspective. On the bottom it says there's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. Make sure you guys can see those. Okay. The sun is setting, almost done. Okay. Next card you have is Caring Connections, and then the last card is Clearing. Okay, so this is about love. They just had me total those numbers up at the top, and it comes to 8. 8 signifies like divine love connections, soulmates, twin flames, connections that are watched over from above. So a number of you have met this soulmate, this love of a lifetime, this person you have this strong connection with. But you're afraid, you're hesitant to move forward because of things that have happened to you in the past. And for some of you, this is a twin flame relationship. You know, you add 12, it comes to 3. So it is protected by the heavens, but you're not aware of that. So the thing is, you've met this person, you've been hurt in the past, you're afraid to move forward, you're having a hard time looking at it. You're having a hard time stepping forward because of things that have happened in the past, but you're not aware that this person is meant for you. It is the love of a lifetime. It's going to be okay, but you do have to let go of those things that are keeping you stuck so you can look at it in a different perspective and be able to move forward. Now, okay, so for some clarification, the first card that came up is Book. And it says, the unopened book weaves stories concealed. When pages are read, the truth is revealed. The book guards tales of inner emotion. Blessed are the words of deep devotion. I try to angle these so you guys can read them. Then what happens is I can't read them. So we have that. Next clarifier that we have is flowers. Happiness anew from the flowers scent. The outlook for you means encouragement. Days will be filled with pleasures come true. Fate has so willed the best unto you. So again, they're saying that it's safe for you to open your heart. You're afraid to open your heart, but this is fated. It is watched over by the heavens. It is your meant to be. But in order to proceed forward, you're going to have to go about it a different way. You're going to have to open up emotionally. You're going to have to share those emotions. You're going to have to open yourself to that person who is meant for you. Because they're the key. First clarifier we have is the key. Inspiration unlocks the door. Solutions are the key to success and more. Miracles and insight are easy to trace once the final piece tumbles into place. This person holds the key to your heart. They are your meant to be. They are your happily ever after. You are going to get some insight about that around the time of the full moon this month. Full moon is, if you look, you got the full moon there. Full moon is coming in on Friday, September 16th. This card states, the slumbering moon, when it rises near, means that great honors are bound to appear. Intuition and perception soar in the night. Emotions wax and wane in the moon's light. So you're going to have an epiphany. Something is going to come to light for you around the time of the new moon. And for some of you, you are going to do some clearing that has to happen because, you know, they were saying how you've got this love of a lifetime, but you're afraid to move forward because you've been hurt in the past. You have to clear out that stuff. You have to get rid of those old fears, the worries, the old issues, those old thought patterns. Again, coming back to perception. For some of you, you have this thought and fear that, okay, love never works out. It always fails. It always ends up in misery and heartache and divorce. That's not true. You have to change your perception. You have to let that stuff go because you've been given this divine love of a lifetime. But you're going to have to let that old pattern, that old clutter, that emotional clutter, you're going to have to let that go. And for a number of you, you can release that on your own. Ask Archangel Raphael to help you release it and heal it. Some of you may need to go see a professional healer. Some of you may easily be able to use the energy of the full moon, because full moons are really good for releasing stuff, to go ahead and do a releasing ceremony. You know, write down all those emotions or write a letter to the person who hurt you. You know, think of that person and write down how they made you feel. And then pray and ask that God and angels help you release all of those things. And then burn it and watch it catch on fire, because that always makes us feel good too. And when I'm doing releasing ceremonies, say I'm just wanting to release emotions. Say you have these emotions because of things that have happened in the past. Start to list them. You know, I want to let go of my fear. I want to let go of my anger. I want to let go of my disappointment. I want to let go of my frustration, my sadness, my depression. Write down all these things that you're feeling that are holding you back, and then pray, ask that God and the angels help you release it, and then set it on fire. Let go. Let it go. Because you're going to have to do that to bring in this new beginning. Now, Leo, you guys have the moon. It's a factor for you as well. You're starting off with a major arcana 18, the moon. The bottom of the card says the opportunity to improve your plans. Listen to your intuition for accurate guidance, face your fears, and grow stronger. Now, you guys are facing a pretty big mix of stuff. You're having a number of things that are being taken from you or have recently been taken from you in order to change your life and move you forward, but you're struggling with it. It's a battle. You have storm warning and battle. It's been very emotional, very hard, very challenging. But you are nearing the end of this battle. You have 10 there. When you total it all up, you have 10. You are nearing the end of it. Things are going to improve for you. They are congratulating you on letting go of these things for all these changes, because all these changes had to occur. They were destined. They were fated in order to put you where you need to be. So some of you, you've had jobs change that you didn't want. You've had partners, spouses, people that you've been in relationships with for a long time. Some of you friends that have fallen away. They're saying for some of you, it's even been a health battle. But you've had these things shift and change to take you to a fated path that you're supposed to be on. But it's not been easy. First card that we have for clarification is Mountain. Confront the mountain as you would a fierce foe. To avoid your defeat, strike hard the first blow. To clear obstacle is a chance to succeed. Courage and persistence are all you will need. And then we have Lady. This charming Lexi. Shh. This charming woman with flowers in hand, as with a gentleman, her cards will command. The fortunes revealed once the cards have been placed, unveil the face that destiny traced. So again, this is something that you're destined for. It doesn't appear like it right now. Very soon, you will see why. These changes had to occur to bring you into the happiness, the things that you've been praying for, the things that you desire. You are going to see the blessings that come out of this. You will see them soon. But you just have to hang in there. So this is card Mice. And it says, the robber mice take your treasure. Inside the house they steal with pleasure. Hope's not forgone when this card is near. Once the mice are gone, you regain what is dear. So again, it's confirmation of the things that were taken from you. They were taken from you. They were changes that were destined, that came about that you did not want. But they came about for a reason. And you just need to trust. So the next card was, it's children. It says, when a sweet child smiles your way, innocence brings joy to fill your day. Friends are many, enemies are few. Embrace a fresh start in all that you do. So children, they're very trusting. They're very innocent. They're saying this is twofold. So you were innocent in how this came about. You did nothing. So for those of you that, came in and maybe you lost your job, maybe you got changed to a new department, that was not anything of your wrongdoing. You couldn't have changed it. It was destined. It was meant to be. Be like a child. Trust. Know that this is meant for you. This is going to help improve your life. It doesn't seem like it right now, but it is going to improve your life. It's going to bring in the things that you desire. And when you come from a place of trust, you'll have less stress. So they want me to read the book for this card, Battle. Okay. All throughout history, there are stories and myths about heroes going into battle, fighting dragons, or even battling through dangerous territory at sea. These stories represent the hero standing in the face of danger, ready to confront his or her shadow. They represent the hero's willingness to surrender to a higher state of consciousness, all the expense of all ego attachments such as pride, greed, and compulsion. The hero is even willing to die as he or she has connected to being part of an eternal consciousness of life, rather than the ego or identity state of consciousness. So as the hero goes out to battle dragons in order to bring the goods back to his or her town, he or she is actually going on a journey to face the shadow in order to bring goods back to his or herself, so that movement can be made into the next phase of life. It may now be time for you to go on this journey. You may feel surrounded by obstacles, temptations, and danger, but rather than getting scared or overwhelmed, it is time to stop, look at what is occurring around you, connect to your deeper sense of personal truth, and then battle those dragons in whichever way you know you need to. This is a time to sacrifice your ego and fight for your highest truth with courage and integrity. Everything in this universe is perfect and in perfect order. It is in the interacting polarities that keep things in place, moving in perfect synchronicity. Decide now where you want to be. What are you willing to fight for? What do you need to fight for? Have you become disconnected or numb? Well, it is absolutely time to wake up. This is a call to adventure. What are you going to fight for? This is a call to arms. So don't give up. Hang in there. Keep fighting. Hang in there. Things are changing. They are shifting for the better. And you are getting closer. So they're saying 5 to 9. So they're saying that your life is going to be completely different in 5 to 9 months. So hang in there. It is going to improve. Now, last row that we have down here, this is for Virgos. First card is Knight of Raphael. It says romantic, dramatic, poetic, introspective. On the bottom, committed romantic relationships being swept off your feet. Situations or topics that make your heart flutter. And then we have 53, Magician in the Mirror. And then we end with communication. So this is exciting, Virgos. You guys are all about love. And you've got some good stuff coming in this month. And it's a divine love as well. Because when you total these up, it comes to 8. So it's, for many of you, well, for all of you that this is, a message, this is definitely about love. For some of you, this is about a divine love. This is a soulmate. This is a twin flame. This is a divine, washed over by the heavens love. You can trust in that. You can have confidence in that, because what they're saying is, this for a number of you, you feel like this is going way too fast, because you have this person, nights rush in. But they're saying for some of you, this is actually taking quite a bit of time, because you've had to go through some heart healing to prepare yourself for this. But now it's moving along, and it's moving at full speed ahead. You cannot stop it. It's like a freight train coming straight at you. But you shouldn't stop it. This is the love of a lifetime. But because you're so worried and afraid, what you're not realizing is that you could create some blocks, because you are the magician. You truly get to decide. But they're encouraging you to go with it, because it is the love of a lifetime. This is what you have been wanting and praying for. But if you want it, you, being the alchemist, the magician, you have the power to move it forward. And of the two of you, you're the one that's going to have to move it forward, because you're the one that needs to communicate. You need to open your heart up to it. You need to share your truth. You need to speak your truth. You need to communicate with that love of a lifetime, because they don't know what you're thinking. They don't know what you're feeling. They're feeling this love. They're so ready. Their heart's on fire. They're ready to move forward. But they're beginning to think, maybe, have I made a bad decision? So are they not feeling the way I am about them? So you need to communicate. You also need to communicate with yourself, because some of you aren't wanting to admit that, okay, I have these intense feelings, because it's fearful. What if I get hurt? But you need to communicate those things and open your heart up, and you will receive a prize, which is confirmed with our clarifiers. Okay, first card we have is heart. The heart is a symbol of fulfillment and joy. Romance is in full bloom for you to enjoy. Serenity rests deep in thy heart. Loving yourself is where it should start. So you've gone through this healing to love yourself. This is founded on love. It's a true love, and it's filled with luck and happiness and joy. You have clover. Flowers surrounded in clover leaf, meaning happiness surrounded over grief. Bits of luck and fortune await. You have the potential to make life great. And on the magician, okay. Again, it's a divine love. It's protected. You have the bear. Brawny and bold, here is the bear. Your financial positions, you should be aware. Spend your resources with wisdom and care. Use your power to be strong and fair. They're saying it's protected. Bears do protection. It's safe, it's secure, it's protected. It is a stable foundation. You have house. A stately home, a stately house beyond the gate bestows stability upon your fate. In love and play, your chance to win depends on how you first begin. So the choice is yours. And it hinges off of communication. Now they want me to read you a couple parts of the book. And actually it's funny, because communication came up in one of the weekly readings, because I recorded most of the weekly readings for September today. So, but it came up in one of them. So it's even more confirmation for you, Virgos, to have those conversations. Okay, to communicate is to create a bridge between a thought, feeling, or concept that exists in energy and deliver it to another party, be it to God, yourself, or a loved one. Communication is that deliverance. We are constantly communicating through our body language, words, clothes, and choices. We communicate what we feel, believe, and expect. How we communicate with ourselves determines most of what we experience in life. If we tell ourselves we are not good enough or worthy of love, joy, and abundance, we are not likely to experience those things. If we tell ourselves life is unfair or cruel, we are most likely to attract those experiences. What you tell yourself determines how you will act and operate in the world. This directly affects all your relationships and how you respond and communicate with those around you, even if it's just through your actions and body language. Remember, again, they were saying the other person has no clue where you stand, because there's no communication. And if they have no clue, by not making a decision to have those communications, you're hindering and could potentially jeopardize that opportunity. It is time to start paying attention to what you are saying to yourself right now. It is time to really reflect on how and what you are communicating at the moment, and ultimately, what you are communicating to yourself. It may also be that there is some sort of block in your relationship with another that requires clear communication in order for harmony and balance to be restored. By interrupting and eliminating the self-talk that is detrimental to yourself, you can start to make the changes that are necessary to live the full and healthy life you deserve. So you have some great things there, Virgo. All you need to do is communicate with that person you love. So it should be easy. They love you too. So I wish you the very best at having that conversation. Leo, Cancer, I wish you the very best as well, doing your clearings, continuing to forge forward. I wish you an amazing month filled with a lot of love, joy, and blessings.